Well, hello crew, here we get going on week one. If you haven't already, please take a look at the syllabus. Please take a look at the Desire to Learn webpage just to kind of accustom yourself to what that looks like. And I know it's always a little bit overwhelming at the front end of a semester because everything's just a little bit new. But I promise you that within a couple of weeks, we'll all settle in and we'll just be about the work of this class. So first thing, take a look at, please, the D2L website. Take a look at the textbook that you'll need. If you don't have the textbook right away, please take a deep breath. That's okay. All of the primary content will be delivered from within the course in the form of presentations. And the textbook is just this most awesome resource that will help you for this semester and beyond. So take a look at D2L, take a look at the syllabus, and then familiarize yourself with the week one checklist. Just like I'll put out a detailed checklist every week listing the things you're responsible for and how you'll be assessed, I will also do a couple of these kind of videos every week just to help us stay connected, and it's sometimes nice to just hear a voice. For week one, we have a couple of things to accomplish. There will be 2 content PowerPoints for you to go through. One is kind of an intro and general concept presentation, and the other one deals with cell adaptations. So for this week, you have 2 chunks of content to learn. The intro general concepts video presentation in PowerPoint and the cell adaptation presentation in PowerPoint. Those are the 2 things to spend the most time on. Also this week, please post just a short video introduction. We'd love to hear who you are, love to hear where you've been, where you're going. It helps build community. And there is another assignment. This semester, every week, we'll do critical skills assignments. Critical skills assignments are designed to do a couple things. For starters, they're designed to help you learn the content of the week more effectively. So they relate directly to class. This is not some outside stuff. This is not going to be a waste of your time. Critical skills assignments also allow you to interact with the content in a different way to help you learn it, and they also essentially allow you to create tools that your classmates can use as they're studying the same content. And we'll do things like write test questions, we'll make concept maps, there's a lot of different things to do. You do have a critical skills assignment due this week in addition to the 2 chunks of content to learn prior to the quizzes. And if you take a look at the directions, you'll see that the critical skills assignment will ask you to write some questions. On your exams and quizzes this semester, you'll see primarily 3 kinds of questions. There will be true-false questions, multiple choice questions, and short answer questions. And for this first week's critical skills assignment, I'm going to ask you to take a look at the 2 content videos and write 3 of each of those types of questions for each chunk of content. So for the general concepts, you'll write 3 true or false questions, 3 multiple choice questions, and 3 fill-in-the-blank questions. For the cell adaptations presentation, you'll write 3 true or false questions with answers. Please always add the answers. 3 multiple choice questions and 3 short answer questions. And that works out to 9 questions per unit, or 18 questions total. And you can write these on a side piece of paper. It might be a good idea to make a document or make a Google file, because eventually at the end of the week, prior to the quizzes, you will upload all of those questions into the discussion, and that's where they'll be graded. So if you think about it, there are almost 30 of you in class. And if each of you write 18 sample problems over the content for the week, what that means is you have just this, it's not unlimited, but it's just a monstrous amount of practice questions that you can wade through if you want. And when you provide the answers for your questions, your classmates can see the questions and also the answers. So this really will become kind of a big community. So instead of relying on a Quizlet that does not relate to this class, and Quizlet's a good thing if you build it for this class, but instead of relying just on a generic Quizlet, essentially what you're doing is you're relying on your classmates to provide sample questions directly for this content. And then from next Sunday morning to next Monday morning, from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m., there will be a 10-question quiz over the 2 content chunks that we're going to talk about. 5 of those 10 questions will come from the general concepts presentation. 5 of those questions will come from the cell adaptations presentation. There will be true, false, multiple choice, fill in the blanks question on that 10-question quiz. But remember, each of you are going to turn in 18 sample problems. So as you go through your classmates' sample problems, there's a good chance, probably, because this content is kind of straightforward, there's a really good chance that all of the questions that you submit for your critical skills assignment will be found on the quiz. And the quiz is already made, but when you have a whole bunch of people thinking critically about writing quiz questions, you will see a lot of times that the questions that your classmates submit or the questions that you actually submit are the exact same questions or slight variations that appear on quizzes and exams. Okay, in review this week, couple things. Make a video, post a video. Introduce yourself. We'd love to know just a little bit more about you. 2 chunks of content to learn. 1 on general concepts, 1 on cell adaptation. Study those. And what I'd highly recommend you do is as you watch those presentations, you stop and you take notes. Because any of the content in those presentations will be fair game on the quizzes and ultimately the exams. So learn those 2 chunks of content, study them, and then the final thing that you'll have to do as an assignment due on Friday will be to write 18 total questions, true, false, multiple choice, and fill in the blank over those 2 content areas. Always, at the start of each week, take a big breath, take a look at the checklist, watch these videos, and sit down and plan your week. And it will take you probably at least an hour per day, at least this semester, to learn this content to the level that you need to know it. All right, I'm always available. Thank you. It's nice to get started on this semester. I promise you we'll be into a routine after a couple weeks, and I'm here if you need me. Until then, right away, get crack-a-lackin' on the 2 chunks of content to learn because we do have a quiz coming up at the end of this week. Have a great day.